Hey there, tankers. Seattle Forge here, and I just recorded this whole thing with my microphone on mute. Pretty much that's how my life has been going lately. Not firing on all cylinders mentally. Something needs to change. In any case, not that long ago, I unlocked all of the tier 10, all of the tanks in this game. So I got the whole tech tree unlocked, and there was nothing new I wanted to get at tier 10. The remaining tier 10s are awful. Don't care if I ever played the Agaroo or the Grille or the 268 or anything like that. But what do you do then? So I'm not good enough to go pre-marking stuff. That's just not in my skill set. But you can go back and take a look at some tanks that maybe you breeze through on the grind and see if you can improve your results in them. Maybe get some ace badges out of them. Like this thing, the Charioteer, the tier 8 turreted British tank destroyer, which I kind of breezed through. The other thing, and I'm probably wrong about this, I don't remember it having this 105 mil gun when I went through it. And I could easily be wrong. That was Hesh, and I didn't penetrate the armor in the ELC even 90. So one of the things I liked when I was taking a look at, which of these things should I take a look at, was, well, I don't remember the 105 gun. Maybe it had it. Probably did. In any case, I didn't do that well in this, and I was just throwing myself at getting through this tank after the Challenger. Well, the other Challenger disaster. There was one in the space program, and then the other Challenger disaster was the tier 7 British turreted TD, which at the time its best gun was the 17-pounder, which is a gun that's used on tier 6 tanks, but it's fixed onto a tank destroyer, which is supposed to have an amazing gun. Charioteer, suck it. And he gets set on fire, but he has a fire extinguisher. You really should put coffee in the Charioteer, just FYI, and burn to the ground, and then also don't play dumb. And then I'm going to take a hit from the T-54 Mod 1. I think, I've got Hesh. I'll hit the top of his tank. No. I don't think I even hit him. And he tags me one. And that's the thing about tank destroyers at tier 8 in particular, is their hit points are really low. So even getting hit by, a medium tank whose alpha is 250 can shave off a quarter of your health. Easy peasy. So I'm not going to pop back up there because the T-54 Mod 1 is just eye-fucking me like nobody's business. And he's dead, which is great. And we'll pop over here and tag the Progetto. A low roll for the Hesh, 468, but I will take it. I will take it, and he only pops me back one. He gets a high roll, prick. Well, maybe that's not a high roll. Yeah, it is a high roll. Prick. And I should go after the Charioteer here and finish him off, but I don't. And then the Progetto gets 2 into me, and I did nothing in return. And the Charioteer, he's rolling at me, but I'm going to reload on time and put him away. Lovely. And I have to say, even though this is like a tier 10 medium tank gun with the Hesh ammo, it is a lot of fun, although costly. 210 millimeters of penetration. So I know that we had an HE, nerf, which actually I'm totally fine with because you just have to aim now. You just can't throw shells at the enemy and do damage. I hate it when I play like a big old heavy tank and they just fire HE at my strongest part and they're still able to take me out, chiseling away at my hit points. I hate that. I hate it. So I'm fine with it. I don't care. Now, the other thing I actually really like, the Hesh round. Kunstpanther is particularly vulnerable, apparently, to Hesh rounds. So, yeah, we did quite a lot to him, like 940 or something in 2 shots, which is nice. Now, I know that other Tier 8 TDs have heavier hitting guns that don't cost as much to do damage with, but I really like this scooty-shooty TD, where you can actually relocate. I haven't done a lot of relocating. Well, I do a bit more now. So I want to move up. The other thing I want to mention is I had Minsk banned. I hated it so much. Because it looks like it's, an open map, but really it's 2 really tiny corridors. And whoever has the best RNG kind of makes their shots the most, and it's interesting. And I play in light and mediums most of the time, and I come over here to the middle, and nobody's shooting at the middle because everybody's tucked over into these spots in the left and the right that you can't get at. But with the drying things out and adding, I think they've added more bushes, and it's a bit more rolly. I think they've made the middle of the map viable for small, sneaky tanks, quick tanks, etc. So with a turret and with a decent speed and decent camo, I don't have camo on this crew, by the way. So I actually moved it from my Tortoise that I recently rebought and then remembered why I hate it, which is it's just too slow. It's got a beautiful gun, but it's too slow, and the armor doesn't work great, so I got rid of it. I'd much rather be fast than have armor, I guess. So this thing is proving to be a bit more fun. Alright, so it's got this interesting 105mm gun. It's got these beautiful Hesh rounds, which are expensive but fun. The vision on it is pretty fantastic, and here I am in the middle of the map, and I'm just going to sneak from bush to bush and see if I can get vision on the remaining tanks that are here in the middle. But they're pretty far back, except for Kanonenpanzer 105. And our team has done a great job of just pushing through the Western Front. And with a small number of tanks on the eastern side, they've managed to hold back the enemy team, which is great, because then you can just bring that left claw over. And I'm able to stay here in the middle and pick up some vision and get the occasional shoot. I really like how this part of the map down here now has like actual hiding spots, hard cover, vision points, etc. that you can actually use on both sides. I haven't played it a ton on the other side yet, just a couple times, but it definitely had opportunities for you to be cheeky and dart in and out, which I like quite a bit. And then we finally did get some vision on Scorpion, and he's put away. So we just have the Kanonenpanzer that we know of. That, oh, look at him coming up here. I'll just put one into him. I get an average roll, 390. I'll take average. It's the low rolls, consistent low rolls that I get with some tanks that absolutely make me crazy. All right, so we're up to almost 3,500 damage and almost 2k assistance. And haha, got it out of there just in time. Suck it, Artie. Get there while I have a cough. And then this T-30, he's just hanging the back of his turret out there. You know, he's got the bush there. That's maybe that prevented the vision. But what I like here is that the Scorpion, in particular, managed to hide his turret behind a brick wall, so he couldn't see who was shooting at him. So I appreciate that, keeping me unspotted. It was excellent. All right, now we've got this in control. There's two of them already left. They got a Charioteer left. We know where the Charioteer is, and it's time to go in for the kill. Time to go in for the kill. Now, our Object 430 in our team doesn't have anything to show for his game. Maybe he does, right? He's got no kills, and he's been over in that right-hand side. And he also has all of his hit points. All of his hit points. So what's he been doing with his life? I have no idea. And my annoyance at that is it will show up later that GW Tiger's fired, I fire into him, and I get a burn. The satisfying Artie burn. There's just nothing like knowing that a bunch of Artie crew are cooking inside of their tank. I know I have to just find this last artillery. But while we go off and search this, I actually look really stupid up here in a second. Well, I don't just look stupid, I am stupid. So here we are, we're all running after, seeing if we can find that last artillery. And by the way, you notice that this area on the map is all blacked out. That means you can't go there, but I'm stupid and I see this flimsy fence and I think I can take a right-hand turn and go looking for the Artie, even though it's blacked out, and I skid. And if that wasn't enough, I should know better by now. I have been playing this game for a long time. I think, well, maybe if I go straight at it, maybe I've skimmed off of it. Obviously, and you can't shoot through it either. Or drive through it. It's blacked out on the map, you muppet. So with everybody else having a really good head start on trying to find that Artie going south, I decided to see if maybe the Waffenträger missed it on the way over and go check the pit. But I'm also incredibly annoyed at the Object 430 with all of his hit points at the end of the game, sitting in the cap circle. You fucking piece of shit. You know, you got the fastest tank, and then he gets in my way. What does he do? What is he doing? He's on the lookout. Doesn't want an Artie sneaking up on him, so he's got to roll around in the cap circle, getting in the way. Alright. I do miss being able to do team damage to reset cappers. That actually was one of my favorite things about team damage. And alright, they find the Artie in the corner, and it's all over. And let's take a look at the post-game stats. Oh, hey! So I managed to do something I never managed to do when I ran through the tank the first time, which is to get an ace badge in it. I don't know if it's harder or less hard or whatever. Probably less hard now because it doesn't have the rush of people trying to get through it to get to the shit barn as it did back in the day. But I did, and I got a high caliber. And, I was bottom tier, so I like that. Not down 2 tiers, just down 1. But in any case, I'm pretty happy with getting that ace badge and having a decent game. And I was also really pleased to see how much Minsk has improved and actually how much more of the map is usable than it used to be. And they've got some really nice new points for attacky dodgy in the middle of the map. I hate these. Only the perimeter is usable. Only snapshotting down narrow lanes is viable. It really removes the ability for other types of tanks other than heavies, etc., to really play in the game. So well done. I think it looks a lot better. Not perfect by any means, but a lot better. Hey, came out on top. Now I really liked my team because they swept that western half of the map, and then the eastern half was able to hold out against. They were outnumbered on that side of the map by some pretty big guns, and they managed to hold that over there, which is great. And I do notice here the Object 430 did actually do 473 damage. He fired 7 shots and penetrated 1 of them. He did take some hits, though. He did block 1,290 damage, but he didn't lose any hit points. So he did something. He did something. He did get an invader medal. God. I'm still mad at him. But anyway, I really want to laud most of the players on the right-hand side of the map there for really holding out while everybody swept around the other side. I got really good support in the middle from the edges when I was spotting things. That was a really big change in that map. And I did have to pay for the fun, though, because I did fire off all of my Hesh rounds, which ended up costing me 60k in this game. But, it almost coming even. I only lost 2,550, which you shouldn't really do in Tier 8. But I did. And I'd do it again. And I damaged 9 tanks, and I killed 4, and I had fun, and I finally aced this tank. So I hope you're all well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. Be careful with the variants out there. I hope you're vaccinated, because I love you. And I'll talk to you soon.